Good morning, St. Mary's. It's Core.
And I'm Kames.
And guys, we're back here on Friday on a very chilly but sunny Friday morning. That's right, the sun is finally out. Well, guys, buckle up. We've got a long show today. So, Kames, what do we got?
Well, kicking it off with student life as I always do. Today, shining a spotlight on Black History Month is Dow. Here's the video.
Kizzmekia Chantal-Corbett is an American viral immunologist at the Vaccine Research Center at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases based in Maryland. Appointed to the VRC in 2014, she is currently the scientific lead of the VRC's coronavirus team, with research efforts aimed at propelling coronavirus vaccines, including a COVID-19 vaccine. At the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic, Corbett started working on a vaccine to protect people from the coronavirus disease. Recognizing that the virus was similar to severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus, Corbett's team utilized previous knowledge of optimal coronavirus S proteins to tackle the novel coronavirus. S proteins form a crown on the surface of the coronaviruses and are crucial for engagement of host cell receptors and the initiation of membrane fusion in coronavirus disease. This makes them a particularly vulnerable target for coronavirus prophylactics and therapeutics. Based on our previous research, Corbett's team, in collaboration with investigators at UT Austin, transplanted stabilizing mutations from SARS-CoV S protein to SARS-CoV-2 spike protein. She's been part of NIH team who helped solve the cryogenic electron microscopy structure of the SARS-CoV-2 spike protein. Her prior research suggested that the messenger RNA encoding S protein could be used to excite the immune response to produce protective antibodies against the coronavirus disease 2019. In December 2020, the Institute's director, Anthony Fossey, said, "Kizzy is an African-American scientist who's right at the forefront of the development of the vaccine."
Well, thanks, Dow, and thank you, Dr. Corbett, for all the scientists on your research work in this important area.
That's right. And guys, congratulations to the St. Mary's mock trial team for their fierce competition and hard-earned victories. Last Thursday, the prosecution team handily beat the Oakland School for the Arts, with sophomores Julia Runyon receiving special notice for her closing argument and Mira Steinberg for her argument in the pretrial motion.
And on Tuesday, the defense team squared off with county champions Morrow Catholic, winning the verdict not guilty. The defense team is anchored by seniors Nadia Ganbari and Shaylin Anderson, who both received accolades for their performances as attorneys. Congratulations to the entire team, and best of luck as they wrap up the trials next week.
And guys, this is the last call for all musical theater auditions. Please have any and all audition pitches emailed to Miss Davy at hdavy@smpanthers.org by 3 p.m. on Wednesday, February 10th. That is next Wednesday. For the audition, please pick one of your favorite musicals and pitch a scene from it to us in a 1-minute video audition. For the list of what the video must include, please check out the daily announcements on the website. Remember to have fun and don't worry about looking fancy. We want to see you and your creative spirit above all else. We will provide the training that you guys need if your pitch is chosen.
And we have a brand new Friday feature starting today called Things That Make You Go, with Miss Walton and Mr. Riccardi. Sit back, Panthers, and listen closely.
Boop, 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 boop. Ring, 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 ring.
I'm getting
ring,
a phone
ring.
call. Hello?
Hey, what's up, Walton? It's Riccardi.
Riccardi! How are you?
I'm doing all right. How you doing?
You know, I'm hanging in there.
Yeah. Hey, I was just thinking, it's February, and, I don't know too much about Black history because I know that this is something that is happening. What can you tell me?
Oh, well, let me put you on speakerphone because I have a lot to say.
Okay.
All right. So, how this month started. Did you know how this month started?
No, I have no idea.
Okay, well, in 1915, Carter G. Woodson and a prominent minister, Jesse Moreland, they founded the Association for the Study of Negro Life and History. This was dedicated to researching and promoting achievements of folks from the African diaspora. Today, it's known as the study of African American life and history.
Okay.
And that's because we don't use that term Negro in the 21st century.
I haven't heard that word in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, good. We shouldn't. I hope not. And so this group at the time responds by saying, you know what? We need a week to honor people of the diaspora. So they call it National Negro History Week in 1926. And they choose the second week of February. Do you know why they chose the second week of February?
I have no idea why.
Okay, so some people like to make a joke and say, of course it was February. It's the shortest month. Why are we going to give Black people that many days? That's not the case.
I've heard this.
Heard that one? Okay.
Yes, I have.
Right.
Okay, and that's not true.
It's not true.
That's not true.
It is.
Okay.
It is not true. Dispel the myth. Why they chose it was because Frederick Douglass and Abraham Lincoln's birthdays are that week. Now, I want to take a little sidebar here and to encourage you to use that critical thought and analysis and do your own research on Frederick Douglass. Yes, take note. And Abraham Lincoln. Okay. Back to the point at hand. This event inspired many schools and community to have clubs and performances and lectures. So in the decades following, cities started doing more things, and they started making proclamations to recognize the week. But by the 1960s, thanks in part to the civil rights movement and a growing global awareness of Black identity, Negro History Week had evolved into Black History Month on college campuses.
Oh, wow.
Yes, and furthermore, President Gerald Ford then officially recognizes Black History Month in 1976, calling upon the public to seize the opportunity to honor the too often neglected accomplishments of Black Americans in every endeavor throughout our history. Those are his words.
Wow.
You know why?
Why?
Know why?
Why?
Because Black history is American history.
I've heard that before too. Wow.
Yes. So
that was Gerald Ford who did that in 1970 what?
76.
Wow. So Black History Month has been around for a while then.
I mean, if we want to get technical, it's been around since the conception of this place we live in.
Oh, that's
but
right.
yes.
That's right. It's because Black history is American history.
Oh, you're learning.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So proud of you, Riccardi. So proud.
Well, I'm so glad I got a chance to talk with you about this. I bet I have some more questions. I bet I have some more questions coming up. But do you think you'd be okay with answering some of them later?
Yeah, I think we should definitely check in about that because there's so much people don't know.
Okay, cool. Because I really appreciate the information because I didn't know anything about that before.
Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you called. Highlight of my day.
Oh, stop. Well, I'll talk to you later. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Well, thank you, Ms. Walton and Mr. Riccardi. Please look forward to another episode of Things That Make You Go, next week on Friday. And guys, in club news, Gaming Club needs some detectives. Last week, our detectives proved that it wasn't an animal attack that killed Amy's friend Toby, and they discovered that the murder weapon was a tactical knife. But who was it? Look over the new evidence today and piece together clues to solve this week's goal. What path did the killer take? Today at Game Club's meeting at 3:30, you can help solve the mystery. Check the daily announcements on the school website or contact Mr. Thomas for the Zoom link.
And Panthers, Monday, February 8th, will be the first in-person meeting for the St. Mary's Majorette team at 2 p.m. We'll be learning some of the first stand routines and talking more about the team, so wear something you can move in. Contact juniors Nayeli Martinez and Julia Alexander for any questions you may have.
And guys, as you already know, SALT is sponsoring a number of service activities throughout the year. Our very own Panther production crew sat down with Ms. McCormick to learn more about service and what we can do at a time like this.
How would you define service?
Service is, you already know this from your New Testament course, but service is basically the practice of love. So there's two basic commandments in the New Testament. Love the Lord your God and love your neighbor as yourself. And how do you love your neighbor? You provide service for them. You do it through little acts of love.
Now, how does service play a role in your daily life? How do you show service to your community?
I have some long-term commitments. I make sure that I give blood every other month. I give at my church. I'm on a few committees there. Of course, I've been volunteering for the food bank for at least 17 or 18 years. And I've done another 20 years with the Oakland Police Department, sitting on one of their boards. My dog is from the animal shelter where I'm a foster parent. So you just incorporate little things into your life. I would like to share that I want the students to participate in the drives at St. Mary's because the drives are a way of showing that we give back. Whether it's coats and socks or the food drive or taking care of the boys in Kenya or the kids on the Blackfeet Reservation. These are all ways that we can give love to others through our actions.
Well, thank you, Ms. McCormick and the rest of the SALT team. Today, we'd like to wish a very happy birthday to Emily Tanaka.
And over the weekend, big happy birthdays to Kylie Bartell, Lori Huttner-Whiting, Ryan McAllister, Vivienne Mount, Jolie Cortell, and Nolan Ronay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Students, at this time, please complete the self-evaluations for 5th period class.
That's right, guys. Make sure you get all 5 of those done by next week, but also take some time this weekend to get outside and have some fun in the sun. Well, we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you enjoy that weekend, guys.